Most men think female respect is earned through being overly nice, endlessly available, or constantly proving themselves. That's the trap. Because attraction may get a woman's attention, but respect is what determines whether she emotionally values you long term. And the moment a woman senses you're afraid to lose her, something shifts deep inside her psychology. Her energy changes. Her replies slow down. The excitement fades. Not because she stopped liking you overnight, but because she stopped feeling emotional tension around you. Here's where it gets interesting. Women are naturally drawn toward men who feel emotionally grounded under uncertainty. A man who doesn't panic when energy changes. A man who doesn't immediately chase reassurance the second she becomes slightly distant. Most men never realize this, but when a woman pulls back after showing strong attraction, she's often observing your emotional reaction more than anything else. She wants to feel your stability, your self-control, your emotional confidence. But most men fail the test instantly. The moment she becomes quieter, they double text, they over-explain, they ask if something is wrong. They suddenly become more available than ever before. And without realizing it, they communicate something dangerous: emotional dependency. That's when respect quietly begins to disappear. But the real reason is deeper. Women often fear vulnerability just as much as men do. When attraction becomes intense, many women subconsciously create emotional distance to regain control of their emotions. Hot and cold behavior is sometimes less about manipulation and more about emotional self-protection. She may genuinely like you, and that scares her more than you think. The mistake is assuming her distance always means rejection. Sometimes it means the emotional dynamic is becoming real, and how you respond in that exact moment determines whether her attraction deepens or disappears completely. Because what confident men do next is completely different from what most men expect. When a woman becomes distant, insecure men see it as a threat. Confident men see it as information. That difference changes everything. Most men react emotionally because they believe attraction survives through constant pressure. More texts, more effort, more attention. But female psychology often works in reverse. Attraction grows strongest when a woman has space to emotionally process her feelings without feeling chased. Silence creates emotional reflection, and reflection creates curiosity. This is why confident men rarely panic during emotional distance. They don't immediately demand clarity or force emotional conversations. They stay centered in their own life. They continue moving with purpose. And strangely enough, that emotional calm often pulls her back closer. Because now she feels something she secretly craves: emotional safety without pressure. Most men never realize this, but women deeply respect men who can handle uncertainty without losing themselves. Not cold men, not emotionally unavailable men, but men who remain grounded even when emotions become complicated. That kind of emotional control feels rare today, and rare things naturally become valuable. Here's where it gets even deeper. A woman's respect often grows when she sees you refuse to abandon your self-worth just to keep her attention. The moment you stop treating her approval like survival, your energy changes. Your words carry more weight. Your presence feels calmer, more masculine, more emotionally attractive. And ironically, this is usually when she starts leaning back in. Not because you played games, not because you ignored her strategically, but because you stopped operating from fear. The final psychological truth most men never learn is this: women respect the man who respects himself first. Not the loudest man, not the richest man, not even the most attractive man. The man who remains emotionally solid when emotions become uncertain is the man she remembers, obsesses over, and struggles to replace.